Hello, everyone. Welcome to Your Take, My Take by Jacob and John. I'm John.
I'm Jacob.
And today we're at episode 5, and we are going to do our top 5 quarterbacks of all time. This was requested by one of our fans, and so we wanted to provide our list. So we're going to do that today. We'll start off with our traditional coin flip. I'll let you call it again, Jacob, in the air.
Okay.
You got to win once, am I right?
I know.
All right. Call it in there.
Heads.
It's serious. It's tails. All right. Well, today I'll go first and start off with my top 5. I wanted to give a shout out to all the old timers. Unfortunately, you're not on my list.
Not on mine either.
And it's because I haven't seen you play, and I watch old highlights of black and white, and I just can't. I don't like it. So I apologize to Otto Graham, Sammy Ball, Roger Staubach. There's a lot of them that I'm probably missing out on, and I apologize. I'm going to go with my top 5 that I at least have some experience with, and some people that I have enjoyed watching. And so I'll start off with number 5. And this is going to be a pick that I think a lot of people aren't going to like, but I like him, and I think he's a modern quarterback. So number 5, I put Steve Young for the 49ers. Steve Young, it took him a while to actually start because he was backing up someone else that I'm going to mention later on this list. But when he actually got an opportunity to play and start, he was unbelievable. He's one of the only quarterbacks to have 4 straight quarterback passing leaders, or a leader in the quarterback passing. He's a modern quarterback that could run, had great touch, could make all the throws. And I had to give a shout out to my BYU Cougars. He's a BYU alum. And I actually really enjoyed watching him play. I love the fact that he would tuck it and run. It got to the point it was too unfortunate that the concussions took out his career, because by the end of his career, if you touched him on his helmet, you got a concussion. And I felt bad because he was always one of my favorite players. Number 4, I'm going to put Drew Brees. I really like Drew Brees. If you look at his numbers, he's incredible numbers that he put up there for a guy. They list him at 6 foot. Just like Jacob, he probably tells people he's 6 foot, but he's
6'2", really. So.
So I don't think Drew Brees is 6 foot, but the fact that he can play in the NFL for this long, put up consistently gaudy numbers, it's flat out ridiculous that he can throw 5,000 yards on multiple seasons and how many quarterbacks. The crazy part about how good he is that he throws with accuracy. He's had multiple seasons where he had 4,000 or 5,000 yard seasons, and he threw 70% completion rates. That's quite unheard of.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Number 3, I have Peyton Manning, old man Peyton Manning. His stats speak for himself. Number 1 in quarterback touchdown passes. He was always the smartest man on the field. Even when his arm couldn't throw 5-10 yards, he still would lead his team to victory because he knew and understood the game and understood what the defenses threw to him and understood the concept of what offenses would work. And he, 2-time Super Bowl winner, he's great. Everyone on my list, top 5, has actually won Super Bowls, so that's a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Number 2, this is going to be controversial again. Number 2, Tom Brady. I just can't put him in number 1. I recognize his Super Bowl greatness. He's won, 7 Super Bowls for a 7th round draft pick. I understand his numbers. I understand what he brings to a team. I understand a lot about him. I just don't like him. He's a Michigan man. And I cannot put a Michigan man number 1.
Oh,
and so I apologize, because I think a lot of people would put him number 1 because of the things that he's done. I just can't put him number 1. And that will bring me to my number 1. Number 1 is Joe Montana.
Oh.
So Joe Montana has a legitimate claim to number 1, and I don't think it's far-fetched to say he's number 1. He played in a different era where quarterbacks you were able to drill quarterbacks. You didn't have special rules for these quarterbacks like Tom Brady gets. That Joe Montana was a tough guy. He won multiple Super Bowls, and he himself could run a little bit, and he was a great player and played for a great 49ers team. That's why I'm wearing my 49ers shirt. You got to respect the 49ers. They have 2 out of the top 5 on my list, and I like them all. And so that's my top 5. I know Some people are going to not like my Steve Young pick or my Tom Brady not being number one, but you can comment and tell me if I'm wrong. I guarantee I'll comment back and tell you that you're wrong. So go ahead, Jacob. What's your top 5?
So number 5, I have John Elway. He's pretty good. He played for a while. He was a really good baseball player too. I like when people get drafted and they say, I don't want to go there, so they'll go pro in a different sport and then wait a while. It's pretty good. Yeah, he won an MVP. He also won 2 Super Bowls. All of my people, again, won Super Bowls. Number 4 is Brett Favre. I like him because he stuck with the game. He always started when he did. He really never took a game out. He had a record for a while of starting continuous games. He was 11.
That's probably because he was high in painkillers. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, maybe that. He was an 11-time Pro Bowler and won a Super Bowl and 3 MVPs. Number 3, I have Peyton Manning, the Colt version. When he went to the Broncos, he was pretty good. Defense was better.
He won a Super Bowl, though.
Because of his defense.
Okay.
He even said, thanks to the defense. Number 2, I have Joe Montana. Strictly off Super Bowls. Yeah, he won 4, but my number 1 guy is Tom Brady. I don't like him. I'd say these people are more skilled, but Tom Brady won. He was the golden boy. 14-time Pro Bowler, and he won 6 Super Bowls.
He's only won 6?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
5-time New England, 1 Tampa Bay.
Jacob's probably right on that.
Yeah. Super Bowl MVP 4 times. And I think he's just number 1 because he's made he's the golden boy. He makes his decision of the NFL likes him, so he takes advantage of that. Played the game for a while. He's going to go on to 45, I think. And yeah, that's why he's number 1.
I thought that he was your number 1 because you and him run very similar 40 times. Isn't that right? Just joking.
No. I would say me and Tyreek Hill run similar 40 times.
Well, let me tell you why quarterbacks are so important. They're one of the few positions, or probably the only position in football besides head coaches, which isn't a position, but in a position that quarterbacks actually get judged upon their win and loss records. Yes. And so these quarterbacks that we have shown, we talked about them winning Super Bowls. I think that was huge.
Yeah, Super Bowls.
And there's good people out there like Dan Marino that never won. He has huge numbers, and he's never won it. I think Warren Moon's another person that probably has put up huge numbers that has never won. There's a lot of quarterbacks that I like out there. Michael Vick. Some people make an argument that he's probably the greatest running quarterback and a dual threat running back and kind of changed the game. And so he's not even close in the top 5 or top 10, but I'm just saying in terms of athletic ability and talent, there's a lot of other quarterbacks out there. Let me ask you your final question. Is there a quarterback out there right now in the NFL that you think that will be in the top 5 that might replace some of these people?
Kyler Murray. No, I'm just joking. Patrick Mahomes. He's really young. He's already shown he can win a lot. And I think in a few years he'll be on this list.
I agree. I think Patrick Mahomes is the easy favorite to be on the top 5 all-time list if he continues the rate that he's going. I'm hopeful that Kyler Murray does get to that point too.
Hopefully.
But for all my Detroit Lions fans, I didn't forget you. Matthew Stafford.
Goffle.
Well, we haven't seen him yet. Scott Mitchell. We all have our quarterbacks that we're used to. And Matthew Stafford leaving Detroit hurt us, but he was a great quarterback for us, and I appreciate all that he's done. Mm-hmm. But I'm hopeful, and like I said, Kyler Murray, we need him to be better than Kurt Warner and Carson Palmer. If he is better than that, we have a chance to win the Super Bowl.
I think he's the most athletic quarterback we've had because he's a really good dual threat quarterback. Even though last year he was off and on throwing, but I think he could do better if he had more weapons.
Yeah. Well, that's our top 5. Jacob and I's top 5. Tell us who you agree with more. Let's be honest, you're probably going to agree with Jacob more because Tom Brady's number 1 on his list. But like I said, I have a hard time putting any Michigan Wolverine at number 1 in any list besides biggest crybabies, and we can always make that list too later on. But Tell us who you agree with more. Like us, subscribe to us, and make comments. We will respond to your comment. Any comments, or if you have any suggestions, let us know, and we're happy to talk about that too. So again, we appreciate you listening and watching us. Once again, I'm John.
I'm Jacob.
And thank you for watching Your Take, My Take.